Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Bambi Reads Books. My name is Amanda, or nickname Bambi, and I'm here to talk about the wrap-up for week 4 of the reading sprints for the year 2023. And I will give you the punishments for those of us who missed hours of reading and give you the roles for week 5. Welcome back. If you're new here, this is where we talk about books, gardening, all kinds of things, but mostly books. So we're going to be talking about the reading game that we've been playing, which is reading sprints decided by the dice, and then that says how many rounds of, so how long the sprints have to be for how long you read, and then how many sets of sprints you have to do for that day. And if you've missed any, and you can do it for the whole week, Monday through Saturday, if you miss any time by the end of Saturday, we're supposed to say, okay, we missed X amount of hours, and you need to take that many punishments. So here are, for week 4, there was a total of 10 hours and 20 minutes with a bonus of 4 hours. So Sundays are always optional. That's just bonus time that you can save up for later to use in case you miss time later down the road. However, I missed 6 hours total, which is a lot. And I read 4 hours and 20 minutes, and I did not do anything with the bonus. So I'm going to take 6 of the penalties. There's a total of 10 possible penalties, and that just means that you add a book to your to-be-read pile. So here are the penalties for week 4 going into week 5, and this is the dates. I'm trying to tell you the dates. March 13th through the 19th for 2023. This is the end of that week. This is what you have to add to your TBR for however many hours. You have to add 1, 2, 3, 4 books each, and here's your prompts. So here we go. For 1 hour miss, you have to pick a book that has a secret identity. Number 2, something with time travel. Number 3, a romance. Number 4, representation of a minority. Number 5, your personal opinion of a weird fiction. Number 6, an anthology or a dark anthology. Number 7 is a fantasy. Number 8 is number 1 of a series. Number 9 hours is a book with a battle scene. 10 hours missed is magical realism. So those are the books. So if you miss all 10 hours, you're going to take 10 books, or you have a stack of 10 books added to your pile. And it looks like also we missed 4 hours, which was kind of a bummer because it would have been nice to bake 4 hours. That's okay though. So let me know, and tomorrow I'll be going over my TBR and let you know what I took for my 6 additional books that I'm adding to the TBR. Most of them are on Kindle, so I will get all that ready so I'm not fumbling through. And I'll post that on Monday as a part 2, because I just want to make sure everybody had the penalties and the new roles, so we're set for the next week. I always try to have that to you guys on Monday, even though it doesn't start Sunday. It's nice to have it, even it's late in the day. I'm still getting it to you on Sunday. So the roles for week 5. So for this week, which is going to be, why are my dates not where they're supposed to be? I'm so sorry, guys. I gotta get this together. The March 20th through the 26th, so Monday through Sunday. March 20th through the 26th, and Sunday the 26th is optional. That's bonus time. So Monday through Saturday is all that's expected. Sundays if you want to overachieve that week, okay? It's not that bad this week. It's really not that bad. So for Monday, we have 1 sprint of 20 minutes. Tuesday, we have 1 sprint of 30 minutes. Wednesday, 4 sprints of 20 minutes. Thursday, 1 sprint of 20 minutes. Friday, 5 30-minute sprints. That's a little heavy. That's the heaviest day. Nope, it's not. I lied. No, it is. It is the heaviest day. Saturday is 1 hour sprints twice, so that's 2 hours. And then the Sunday bonus is 30 minutes. So if you read everything Monday through Saturday, then you can read the additional Sunday. So there's 8 hours required and 30-minute bonus time up for grabs for week 5. That's the 20th through the 26th. And there you go, guys. Welcome to week 5, and I am looking forward to sharing what books I'm going to fill in for my 6 prompts that I missed, and hopefully I'm not going to miss any time this week because it's a really light week, and hopefully my TBR will go down. And I also have a St. Patrick's Day video. I spent my St. Patrick's Day in Portland, Oregon, and it was pretty fun. Saw bagpipers, went to dinner. It was fun. It was a fun time, so I'll share some of the footage of that with you. And then we took my kids to an arcade that's called, it's a quarter arcade, a nickel arcade. Sorry, it's a nickel arcade, and it was really fun. And then we took them to a fish store that's pretty popular. It's called the Wet Spot, and it's like tropical fish that are freshwater. So we went there just to look and see what we might want to get. I think we're thinking about a fish tank. So we haven't had one since before they were babies, but I think we're past the point of them like knowing not to shake it and bang on it. So we could try again. I really miss having fish. I think they're fun to watch. They're relaxing, and I kind of like the water sounds. It's like a, you know, like a fountain. That's what it is. So those are the things I'll be sharing with you. In addition to that, I did go to Powell's City of Books, also in Portland, Oregon, and it was huge. It was giant. I didn't take as many pictures as I wanted to, but I did make a giant book list. There were so many books that I wanted, but I walked out with 2. I behaved, and I only left with 2 books. And then I went to Goodwill. That's like our thrift store here that we have in our area, where people donate things and you can go and like buy it at like a lower price, you know, like a yard sale, but the store runs the yard sale. Kind of like that, you know? So I went there, and they have books anywhere from 99 cents up to $5, and $5 was for hardcover with a signature from the author on the inside. So I went a little crazy, and I want to say that between the Goodwill, the book boxes, and Powell's, I did also do some of the book boxes to see if they had any books I could read, because generally I end up putting them back in the book box. Anyways, I donate most of the books. So we did drive around the book boxes on the way to the arcade just to see if we could find anything. I did find things. So I will be giving you a part 1, 2, and 3 of the books that I hauled. The first one being from Powell's, the second one will be from Goodwill, and the third one will be what I found in the book boxes. So that is something to look forward to this coming week. For week 5 is St. Patrick's Day, the day at the arcade, and my trip to Powell's, my trips to Goodwill, and the book box trip. So I have all of those. There's 5 videos this week. That's going to be really fun. And I will also go over my current TBR, like I said, for the penalties that I've had to take. We'll just go over my whole TBR at this point because there's quite a bit, and I'm going to have to make a plan. I'm going to make a plan. I'm going to check in, log in with you guys, Star Trek style. Just, hi, this is Bambi, 4019. I'm checking in with my reading. That would be kind of fun, don't you think? If we got a little spacey sciencey with it. Kind of fun. Science fiction. Alright, guys. So, where I am so far. I did finish annotating best practices, and this was sent to me by a book tour as well. And it is Best Practices Encouraging Confidence in Relationship Building by Bianca Clark. I gave this book 4 stars. I really did like the book. The only thing that I would say that I didn't give it like, oh, you know, all the stars, 5 stars, is there were some things that I think that you would need to go and read. So this book it goes over like etiquette for eating out. It goes over what you wear to a interview, just kind of just basic knowledge that you should know to be just like an adult, to like function in an adult world. And these girls are learning that from their mom and their dad. And so then at the end of each chapter, it gives you like questions to practice the activity. So list 3 professional strengths you possess. How do you prepare for an interview? List 3 interview questions you would like to ask your job interviewer. So the only thing that I didn't know was they asked what your management skill was, I believe, your leadership skills. But they didn't, what leadership style do you relate to? But they didn't give us like a list of the leadership styles. So that'd be something that you'd have to go outside the book to research. And that happened a couple other times as well. They definitely prompt you into saying like, this is something you should know as table manners, but really they didn't give like a diagram of like how a table's set out, or that you work your way in, or where you place your napkin on your lap. It says, yes, you put on your plate or your chair, but it just really could have gone more into depth with like those life skills. So it's definitely like a good guide, but I would say that if this was something you wanted to use to teach your children those life skills, I would definitely say that I would make it a book bundle. I would go through it. That's why it's annotated, and go to the blue parts, and anything that is on here that isn't explaining these questions, I would get an additional read or print something off online that I trust, so that I could be like, here is the total. Because I don't think that most children, they may, but I haven't seen that most of them are going to be like, oh, I'm going to go online and research this. I think it's better if it's all just right there and they can sit and just do it. But I do like that there are questions and reflections at the end of the book, so you can see if they're comprehending it. Maybe it's conversation starters you can have with your kids. And what I mean by kids is like teens, preteens. That's who I would recommend this book for. So it's 4 stars. I just felt like it could have a little bit more in depth of the topics that they covered, but it is a good guide for adding it to other resources as well. The 2 books that I am annotating currently that I have not finished annotating, that means putting the stickers and tabs and underlining, you know, putting my thoughts in there so that you get 2 stories in one, pretty much. I do love annotated books. I don't know if you guys do, but every time I find one, I'm like, oh, it's like precious to me, because I'm like, somebody spent time to go through and write on every single page. And as I'm reading it, I have my thoughts, but then I also see their thoughts, and sometimes they're not the same. You know, so it's like getting to read the book and then also discuss it with somebody else without them even being there, because they've already written the book. This is something for people who are like, you write in the books! Like, I have trouble with this, but I'm getting over it. Like, I can write in the books now. However, if you don't want to write in the books, this was the coolest thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm really falling in love with office supplies lately. So these are transparent sticky notes. Look what happens. Look at this. Look, look, look. If you don't want to write in your book, you can just pop it on here. See? And you can see through it. And this is my ballpoint pen. See? Look, I love books, XOXO, all over, right? But then, nothing. So if they want to read your note, they can be like, read this section and then put your note back and then read your opinion. But you're not actually highlighting it and writing the notes all over. I actually ended up getting these because some of my notes wouldn't fit on the page, so I thought, well, I'll do this. But then they had clear ones, and I was like, that is just the most amazing thing. I'm sorry. It is. It's pretty amazing. I'm astounded. It's like when I discovered fountain pens, you know? So this was kind of the color scheme. This is the color scheme that I'm going for with the Come True by Brindy Quinn for the annotating. And also Hag of the Hills. This will be the second copy that I annotated. I didn't think to keep it, to copy it. I just was like, here's an annotated copy. And then I was like, oh, I didn't keep one for myself. So here's my second copy. And these are the colors that I picked. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And it takes me quite a bit. I would say it takes me about an hour to do 30 pages. But I do think that afterwards I have a very strong understanding of the book, and more of I've discussed it with, you know, my notes, and I've reflected on it, and it's a lot easier, honestly, like when I want to go back and find quotes, or if I want to have like a discussion, or if I want to promote the book and I'm just like, I want to put a random quote out that makes people want to come and read this book. I can go back and even rotate them and pull this one down and be like, it's your turn, and pull out a cute quote and put it on there, you know? I just think it's going to be really, it makes my life simpler, because I read a lot of books and I write really good notes on the blog, but I do really enjoy just being able to pull it down and like reference things. So I understand that writing in the books is scary, and I felt kind of bad when I first started doing it. But then I was like, you know what, this book is here for me to learn. This is knowledge. This is for me to enjoy. It's a thing. So if I enjoy it and it helps me comprehend the information, and somebody else would enjoy seeing what I found important and what my thoughts were, it just adds to it, I think. So I don't think that I'm a monster. It's okay. We can write in the books. We can do it. And if you don't want to, those see-through sticky notes are so cool, and I'll put a link at the bottom if you want to get some of your own. I also have these really cool highlighters and pens that I also got that were supposed to be specifically for books. They don't bleed through. I'll link those at the bottom too. I'm very new at the annotating, but like, oh my goodness, am I having fun. It is very artistic, and like, it's definitely like I get to read and like doodle and have fun. When I say annotating, I'm not doing it like for school. I am definitely putting like LOLs and ha-has and no way bros, you know, like, and highlighting the spicy scenes. Like, I'm sorry, like, it's fun. I want you to read it and laugh at the book, and maybe you'll get a chuckle out of what I say, or maybe you'll be like, no, you're wrong. Like, we can talk about it. If you get one of my annotated books and you don't like what I annotated, let's talk about it. It starts a discussion. That is the point. I want to talk to you. So I think it's really fun. And if you want to switch an annotated book with me, I would be more than happy to switch books with you. So send me a message if you want to do that, because I think that would be really fun, like an annotated book swap. That would be really fun. So if you guys are interested, let me know. Drop me either an email at bambireadsbooks@gmail.com or Instagram, which is also bambireadsbooks. So either one you can message me at. Okay, I will be back tomorrow on Monday to talk to you guys about the TBR and the penalties that I filled in, and I'll go over the synopsises, and then we're going to start talking about all of these books that I hauled from the different places. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I know that mine was very busy, and I hope that yours was busy in a good way or relaxing, either way. Maybe you got to snuggle up with a book and you didn't miss 6 hours of reading like me. So sorry, I'm a bad influence. I'm supposed to be the one who's pulling us through this, right? Well, I'm showing you that failure happens, okay? And it's not failure. It's just I have a very large variety of books to read now, and I have to learn how to manage that. And that's a good skill to have, right? Even for adults. It's okay. We're learning. And if I don't like it, I better start reading. So, alright guys, I look forward to talking to you more this week, and I hope that you have a good end of your March. We have 2 weeks left, okay? Have a good rest of your evening. Please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe for more. It really helps support my channel and gets the word out. If you have a friend who would enjoy my book babble, please pass it along. I much appreciate it. Thank you, friends.